Hi, traders. Wyckoff AM Trader here, editor of the Emini Market Timing Newsletter, the AM Turn, in your email inbox before the opening bell. Imagine how your life could change if you knew whether the high or the low of the day could be in the beginning or the end of the trading day. Here's how my subscribers to the AM Turn's trading changed. Before we get to that, here's a disclaimer. Yes, I have skin in the game. I trade my own personal account. Sardine, tuna, billfish trades are for educational purposes only. I am not a futures broker and do not manage any accounts. It is my intent to show where trades may occur. What you do is up to you. You can follow my levels ideas to profit or loss. You determine trade size, when, where, how you trade. CFD futures is not for everyone. It's a volatile, complex, and risky business. Before you invest, know how much you can afford to lose. Good morning. It's the early read with Wyckoff Trader. We're looking at, I forgot to get the time on there, so my apologies. We're looking at 8:48, and obviously it's April the 28th. This is pretty much what we gave out in the morning. You should have received it by now. A couple of things you want to point out simply is that I'll get to it. We're challenging some newer highs. And let me get to the disclaimer first. Yes, I have skin in the game. I trade my own personal account. Sardine, tuna, billfish trades are for educational purposes only. Not a futures broker and do not manage any accounts. My intent to show where trades may occur. What you do is up to you. You can follow my levels ideas to profit or loss. You determine trade size, when, where, how you trade. CFD futures is not for everyone. It's a volatile, complex, and risky business. Before you invest, know how much you can afford to lose. It's all about now we're jump starting the economy by letting the folks in the house arrest potentially out. Some folks in Georgia, they were the first to get the haircut, maybe go to a restaurant that's halfway packed, trying to get back to normalcy. The main catalyst today is actually the start of the Fed, and the Fed will release their yell in the minutes tomorrow, yesterday, or actually would be today. As we make this, actually will be tomorrow, which will be a Wednesday. Had a couple of things you want to point out right now. We're trading at 29.09, and of course went to print at 29.04. Globex tested the low, put in the high, 29.08. Like I said, hive days been for the past 2 days in the last hour. YouTube will go
Sorry,
ahead and
traders.
censor
This is
this, but we're
for
looking
the
at
WB proprietary work only. Just drop us an email at YouTube at wyckoffamtrader.com and we'll get you on the fast track to understand what YouTube and what Wyckoff is all about.
it's a gravy in the gap, as we talked about on the market recap video. And we simply want to know is price going to continue to keep moving up? Now, what you want to look at on the daily, around say the 21st, we put in a pullback to kind of test that support line. We rallied from that, and then we pulled back again on the 24th. We respected that support line on the 24th. That had been Friday. That's when we got that hard move up, and that's always a beautiful thing when that happens. So now it's a buying pressure when they're looking to take out, and like I indicated here, we'll talk about it right here. We've got buying, and we're moving up on lower volume, 900. We'll call it 950 on 52 handle range. That's Monday, and then 884,000 on a 31 handle range. Well, obviously they've got to lift those offers. They got to absorb those offers. Globex was more aggressive, 57 handles on 241 lots. When you get the Fed coming in, as we said, I'll see if this marker is working. I'm not certain if it does, but we'll find out. We got the Fed starting today. My goodness, I don't think I changed it over. And of course the Yale, and that's at 2 o'clock. And we look and see what price is the minute before the Yale, and that would be the kind of the demarcation line before all the Scared Roaches event starts. And WB would talk about that, meaning the 1x1s and the 2x2s, meaning price is not going to be very tight. It's going to be very volatile. And then we're looking to see how price starts to firm up when you get, 3x3s. And it's basically saying offers and bids. As we see price starting to firm up on the dome is really what he's talking about. Let's go ahead and look at the moves was coming in was all bullish. I did think it was odd that they decided to go ahead and cap what I've been doing for this Chilean January the 21st, which is odd. My numbers, let's see how close we were. Yeah, there you go. Looks like they just took it right up to the very last moment. Yeah, that gives you an idea how it's trembling. I snagged that about, I guess 8 o'clock or so, New York time. So they definitely took it to the last minute. Strange enough, they put that in there. Of course, I've been doing it for a while. And we've already accepted that oil is going to go lower and possibly negative in June. And the markets across the world are trying to get jump started. And that's a lot of Fed nonsense that's going on. So I did read an article saying that yada, 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 so many Americans have gotten their money, but that is no check when it's automatically deposited. So they're encouraging everybody to go ahead and give the IRS their information, which I always thought the IRS had that information. And that doesn't really make any sense to me. And we'll get your check quicker. If not, if they have to mail it, it could take up to 20 weeks. What a bunch of nonsense that might be. A couple of folks I know have, some folks I know haven't. That's neither here nor there. Whatever you want to do, that's on. That's whatever you feel comfortable with. And we're looking at, there you go, 1.5% already up on the futures. Already climbed from the low, already challenging the high. YouTube seems to be blurred out. Sorry, traders. This is for the WB proprietary work only. Just drop us an email at youtube@wyckoffamtrader.com and we'll get you on the fast track to understand what YouTube and what Wyckoff is all about. It is they might want to sell when they get the gap, gravy in the gap. If not, they're going to try to move it up higher and then see if they can hold it. And then, of course, if it wasn't a Fed day, that'd be quite interesting. Same as it was in an election day, election year. This way we handle this controvirus should be quite interesting. And if you've been reading the news, the Democrats are now getting their nose in the closet or the tent, only because we have a Republican president. And saying, you know what, the stimulus that we gave, the Trump gave for $1,200, they might not be enough. Why don't we just guarantee every American citizen a base salary? So that could be quite interesting since we kicked out Bernie Sanders, who would have been the one championing all of that. But I'm not a political analyst. All right, guys, I believe that should just about cover everything. Like I said, here's the takeaway. Now we're going to change it to yellow. Here's a takeaway. We tested those lows on the Wyckoff wave. And they did pull back, but like I said on the market recap video last night, you still got that opportunity to keep grinding things higher and higher, higher. And man, if we pull back to that 7.2, it'll be 720,000. shares. That's going to get interesting because we should definitely see some more. You see the same thing there. All right, let's wrap it up. It's Wyckoff Trader. We got the early read and the time now we're looking at right at 9 o'clock. And thank you for your subscription.
drop us an email at youtube@wyckoffamtrader.com, and we'll get you on the fast track to understand what YouTube and what Wyckoff is all about.